Hello everybody and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's play some Hearts of Iron 4 as a communist Turkey, or as we are now known, the Turkish Socialist Republic. Okay, so it's been a little while since I've recorded this campaign, so let's get our bearings together. First off, we've defeated, we've gone to war with the Axis, and we've defeated, to my knowledge, all of the Axis. Germany lost 2.12 million men fighting us. They actually declared on my friend here, Yugoslavia. So it looks like all that's left to defeat is Japan, or Japan. We heavily outnumber them, basically. Although it is kind of interesting to consider how we're going to get to Japan to defeat them, actually. That's really kind of weird. So we have 116 divisions. There's a possibility of war with the USSR. We have really good relations, but they have a war goal on Iran. They don't like Iran, and Iran is actually in my faction. So if they attack Iran, then we all go to war. We probably would be able to take them. So let's just first get our army. Let's see here. I do have a lot of Iranian and Yugoslavian divisions. Definitely these aren't all mine. So what I'm gonna do is let's put like half. Let's get like 29 or 30 divisions to garrison here in the Caucasus. Let's see. Can I promote a field marshal? He's a desert fox. He's a trickster, and he's a hill fighter. These are all generals, though. I would kind of prefer a field marshal. Let's go for this guy. So let's get a front line, and let's just get a front line with the Soviet Union over here, and let's get a front line here. We do have, like I said, we have an NAP with the Soviet Union. Let's do a fallback line. Let's just, let's see. Let's do something like that. So we're gonna have one line here, and then one of these lines here. I mean, actually, you know, the best defense is a good offense. We could potentially attack the Soviet Union myself and try and win that way. Probably not very smart, but yeah, it's a possibility. Can we get anything else here? Any other national foci? I don't think so. Let's go for well, yeah, none of this would make sense. Let's, I guess, go for some screens and some fleet logistics, I suppose. So what are we working on right now? So constructions, we're repairing a lot. We're adding a lot of infrastructure. We're adding a lot of AA. Let's actually get rid of most of this here. I don't think we're gonna need any of this anymore. The infrastructure's fine. Let's see. Is it worth building up military factories or dockyards? Well, first let's check our production. We have 98 military factories, and we really don't need anything in that area. We do lack equipment. We have a lot of fighters. We have a lot of close air support, motorized. We're building up right now, it looks like submarines. We have 13 naval dockyards. It would be kind of cool to get some more dockyards and possibly invade Japan. Well, at least launch a naval invasion, although it's still a little weird because I'm not gonna lie, naval invasions are pretty frustrating in Hearts of Iron 4 right now, so I don't know how keen I am to do something like that. Let's at least build up some naval dockyards real fast, you know, in some of these places here, and then let's get we have 106 civilian factories. Let's get some military factories in some of these provinces, and let's just repair for a little while. Wow, we take a lot of casualties. Okay, so let's just go on speed 4 for a little bit. Let's turn off the day and night cycle. So we're just going to reorganize. We're going to have a fallback line here, and then we're going to have these 29 divisions in the Caucasus. German Russia's capitulated. Yep, no big surprise there. We still need to defeat Japan. Japan is now the war leader. Italy and Japan. Apparently Italy is not capitulated completely, so we can get some troops over there if we want to do. Interesting. Looks like a lot of this has been damaged. Okay, so that's interesting. We do have resistance to occupation in Lower Austria. Should be here. What's that noise? Low supplies? Okay. Let's check out the resistance here. Lower Austria. Okay. Well, let's check out what we're recruiting so far. We do have light tank divisions. I don't think we'll need them anymore. I don't think we'll need them. I could use some... Let's see, do I have MPs? I don't have any MPs. Let's check out what we're researching. Right now, infantry, anti-tank, night vision, streamlined line. Okay, that's weird. This is industry. This is close air support 2, excavation 5. Okay. What we should probably do is work on some support companies, definitely get some MPs, maybe some Marines. Marines, naval doctrine possibly if we want to invade Japan. Let's see, what can we build? Can we build battleships or battle cruisers? We can build battleships, battle cruisers as well. Let's go ahead and change production here. We have about 80 convoys. Interesting. Okay, battle cruisers, what about light cruisers, destroyers, battleships. Let's just go with some battle cruisers for now. Let's see. We have surplus and everything except for support equipment, so that's not that big of a deal. We're not training any divisions, which is okay. Alrighty. Yeah, let's just keep going on speed 4. I'm not really sure where we're going to take this campaign. I mean, potentially to war with, the Soviet Union. Like I said, I don't think that would be a good idea because we'd be at war with all of that. And they have anywhere from 539 to 821 divisions. So definitely not a good idea. They do dislike a lot of the allies. They're at war with Italy. They dislike a lot of the allies. They actually don't like me all that much. I guess. I mean, I see pretty good relations here, but it doesn't say much here. Okay. Sweden, Finland. We could take the war to some other countries like Saudi Arabia, things like that. Probably not a good idea though. I have attrition. No, I don't have any attrition here. I have attrition. Bases in low supply. I guess there's some attrition. I don't really see any attrition here, though. Let's go for this. These guys. What's up with these guys? So let's just potentially form an offensive line. Just in case we do go to war for some weird reason. Let's say something like that. Okay. Alrighty, and then we have this here. Okay, no national focus. That's okay. We have insufficient resources. We need aluminum, oil, and rubber. None of which we can really acquire, to be honest. Can't get any of that. How is my production? Okay, we're going to build up some infrastructure. Let's actually go ahead and cut back a little bit on some of this. It's not all necessary at this point. Really, naval dockyards would be pretty cool. To maybe launch some sort of invasion of Japan. Especially if I can go through the Suez, which I think I'm allowed to at this point. I don't think there's any reason why I can't go through the Suez. That would be kind of cool. Let's see. Infantry equipment is fine. It's 1943. Support battalions. Military police would be nice so we don't get any more unrest anywhere. Let's go ahead and go for that. How is the unrest, actually? The resistance is negligible. It's getting kind of high up here. Not that there's a lot here. Well, actually, there's some factories and such, so it might be a good idea to, might be a good idea to have some stuff. Let's see. Where do I have troops in my naval bases here? Okay, Czechoslovakia. Let's actually have these guys support here in the Northern Balkans, just in case something happens with the Soviets. Don't really know what will happen, if anything will happen at all, but you can never be too careful. Okay, so yeah, but honestly, I guess to be truthful, I don't have any idea how to defeat Japan. Turkey doesn't really have, a navy or air forces or anything like that. I could wait for the US to somehow make them capitulate or something or of the other. I don't know though. Do we need any more divisions? Do we need troops for any reason at all? Armored divisions. These guys have a lot here. Let's see. Any recon companies would be cool. Let's get them some recon companies. Excuse me. Motorized are cool. Infantry are always nice. I do have 1.31 million. What's my law right now? My law is all adults serve. Okay, so it's all adults serve, and then we go to scraping the barrel. So we are using quite a bit of manpower at this point. We do lose a lot of production as well. Let's see. National unity, division attack, division defense, recovery rate. Okay. So far, Europe seems to be pretty much at peace. Republic and Spain did very well for themselves. Iran did good too. Let's see. What do I have right now? I have 121 divisions. They're not all mine. Some of them are expeditionary troops, but that's okay. So we filled our need for a lot of stuff. Support equipment. We're building up some production there. Let's see. 1.49 per year because we lack oil. I guess considering that we have this need filled, let's go ahead and put this to the top. Let's see if we can work on that. Motorized, close air support, and fighters are not too big of concerns for me. I like to stockpile a lot of land equipment first. We'll try with the battle cruisers and see what happens there. Let's see here. I mean, we might as well go to speed 5 because we will be waiting for a little while. There were some performance optimizations, which is nice. There were some performance optimizations for Hearts of Iron 4, so that's cool. We could potentially go to war with the Allies. that'd be pretty interesting. We already do occupy most of Europe, to be honest. It really wouldn't be hard to defeat a lot of the Allies. Let's see. Someone's invading over here in Italy. Okay, yeah, but to defeat Italy's capitulated. Okay, but yeah, to defeat Japan, you know, how do you do that? We got streamlined line. Okay, let's come over here. Oil plant might be useful to get some synthetics. We have level 1. There's probably something I could be better using my equipment on though, or my research on. If not naval doctrine or naval ships. Armor's good, really. We don't really need any better medium tanks. We're not really dealing with a lot of land combat. Support battalions. Signal companies. Let's do mechanized. It's August 1943. We're done with all industrial tech at this point. Naval doctrine. Maybe better ships, honestly, but like maybe better battle cruisers, I suppose. Maybe battle cruiser 2s. Let's see here. Ship designer. Oh wow, we need 150 political capital for this, so we might as well get that, the ship designer. Boosts our research speed. Infantry anti-tank. Okay. Let's go for, if we're considering a naval invasion, let's go for some landing craft. Not a bad idea. Let's go for ship designer. Okay. So, I mean, I potentially could invade through the Suez. That's something to do. I don't find a reason why the Suez would be blocked off to me, so I just train up some troops, invade from over here in Turkey, and then just head on over to Japan. You know, I would have to guarantee naval superiority. I'd have to guarantee a lot, actually, but I do have a base in Basra because I annexed let's see. Yeah, I did annex Iraq. Naval base. What if I had like a level 10 naval base here? Lower Austria, Western Slovakia, Lower Austria, Krakow, Western Slovakia. Yeah, I want to make sure these factories stay up with production if I can help it. Okay. I don't see reason why we should invade anybody else. There's not many people. We need oil, but there's not a lot of people that can get me any oil. If not for the Soviet Union, we export a lot of oil actually to the Soviet Union and such. We could change our trade law, although I do like having civilian factories. I get 19 from trade. That's quite a bit. I like having that. Tungsten, we export, and we import 200 steel. That's right, we export 42 for some weird reason. Surplus of 11. Okay, we do import a lot. We actually do trade 25 civilian factories away. Ball of Tokyo, huh? Interesting. Maybe the Japanese will capitulate on their own. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see what happens if, you know, the Americans are able to make something happen. We'll see what happens. Because I think if they surrender, then we go to a peace deal. My faction will go to a peace deal with their faction. I think. Can I send expeditionary forces to these guys? I don't think so, because we have to be in the same faction to send expeditionary forces. Okay. Rubber Reserve Company. So far, it looks like they're winning over there. China has basically been victorious in what they're doing. Let's see. Are the Saudis guaranteed? I don't know. Okay, so we went for Battle Cruiser 2. Naval Doctrine, Fleet and Being, Trade Interdiction, Base Strike, Artillery, Armor, Support Battalions. We're getting MPs right now for some of that unrest. Infantry. Marines. Yeah. I don't know if I want Marines. Let's see. Naval Doctrine, Land Doctrine, Armor. Naval heavy cruisers are kind of cool. Would be nice. Battle cruisers, battleships, carriers. Carriers are always nice. Damn it, I don't even know anymore. I guess since we do need screens, we might as well go for some destroyers. They can help out with screening. 2.12 per year. A lot of steel and such. Switzerland join the Allies. Okay. Interesting. In this case, since maybe we won't go to war with the Soviet Union, let's check out the resistance map mode. Maybe we just garrison some of this for now. And that'll probably be advantageous. Jesus Christ, you know how often that happens? Happens quite often. You'd be really surprised. Okay, let's see here. Let's garrison most of this. And, yeah. And then we still have this force ready to go, just in case anything happens over there. Getting some more factories. We're trading some goods. 25 civilian factories for 200 steel. That's right. We still have a deficit, don't we? We need... Well, we don't need steel. We have a lot of chromium. We need oil. Yeah, aluminum and rubber. Let's go for oil. And who do we have the most influence with? Okay, let's buy all of Iran's oil. Whatever they can give me. 5 out of 44. I'll just take whatever they can give me. The Soviet Union can give me oil. So let's just take their oil. We have a surplus now. We need aluminum. Soviet Union has a lot of it. Steel, we have a surplus. Exported, imported, produced. So we do trade away a lot of civilian factories. 35, damn, on traded goods. 21 for consumer goods, huh? We have an export focus. Free trade would be, I guess, kind of advantageous. Sort of limited exports or maybe even closed economy would not be bad. Although I do like the idea of keeping that trade open so I can get construction factories and such. Civilian factories, sorry. Let's see here. So we're getting them some infrastructure. Repairing a lot of these. Let's get these naval bases. We'll see how long those take to complete. I guess they do take a little while. All adults serve is kind of a bitch. I might be able to reduce that back to maybe service by requirement, probably. You know, we go from 1.31 million to maybe 750,000. Yeah, that's what it looks like. You know, I mean, I don't mind having the manpower as well, though. We can maybe leave it. Fighters, support equipment, battle cruisers, constructions. So let's get just some of this infrastructure done, I guess. Maybe not. Let's finish up on whatever we've already started on. And then we'll come back to building up some naval bases and such. So we just got done with excavation 5. Okay. Oil plants. It's already 1943. I don't know how useful it would be to build these. Perhaps researching some naval doctrine would be a little more useful. Anything about naval invasions here? I don't think so. To my knowledge, I don't think so. I can go for the improved infantry equipment, I guess. Minus 23%, huh? That's pretty good research time. Republic of Guatemala. Join the Allies? Why is it Republic of Guatemala? I guess because they're democratic? I don't know. British Mexico. That's weird. I didn't know it does that. British Mexico? That's weird. Panama Canal, Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia, Venezuela. British Mexico? Dude, that has a name. It's called Belize. That's funny. Alright, we got better destroyers. Let's go for, I guess, Destroyer 4? Maybe Light Cruiser 2. I guess Destroyer 4 is fine. Light Cruiser 2s are cool. We could probably get a better production line. Once we get some more destroyers and cruisers and such. Let's deploy these guys to, yeah, so we do have some fleets. That's right, we do have some fleets. This is in the Eastern Mediterranean. Let's hold position there. Let's find this fleet, and let's hold position here. Okay, so we're all together. So what we're going to do is first we're going to rebase this fleet to home base. I think it's control right click. That's right, control right click. So they're going to garrison in Kuwait. I have one battle cruiser, light cruisers, destroyers, and submarines. Pretty awesome. We have a decent admiral. So what he's going to do is he's going to patrol. Okay, so I can't get here. That's right. Yeah, I can't get here. You know too little about this region. Interesting. Oh, let's go back here. So I knew too little about this. I wonder what that means. I don't really know exactly what that means. But for now, we'll just have him patrol, I guess, like in these areas. Oh. Come on. Patrol here, here, and I guess here. Patrol in those three places, and your home base is Kuwait. Let's try that, I guess, for now. Our production, yeah, so we'll have this guy just go to that fleet. Production's fine. Constructions are good. Building up some naval bases here. 260 days, just about over a year. Wow. Allows overseas supplies and export of resources. Higher levels increase the supply throughput. Okay. Yeah, so basically Kuwait will be most likely our primary base for any operations in Japan, if that's necessary. I think the Americans are winning, though. Japan's going to surrender soon. Yeah. So I guess let's just watch them for a little bit. I know it's kind of slow going here, but you know, I guess it is a problem with Hearts of Iron 4 is that there is this kind of slow going here in the end game, especially because the calculations for moves and such take so long. They take forever. It just doesn't, you know, it's not exactly fun anymore. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's strange. If we want to send any sort of significant invasion force here, we're going to need more convoys too, so we should consider that. But I'm really hoping the Americans can beat these guys. You know, it looks like they're doing okay. I guess Japan must be either out of men or out of material or something. They only have about 34 divisions, supposedly. Wow, they only use extensive conscription. Isn't that crazy? I guess let's open up our export focus to free trade. It'll help out with production and such. All adults serve. I could probably reduce that, so maybe we will. Americans are winning here. The Americans have 618 divisions, supposedly. They have a lot of national spirits. It's pretty interesting. Wow, that's a lot of national spirits. Wartime industry, Office of Strategic Services, Combined Bomber Offensive, Manifest Destiny. What the hell? That sounds kind of weird. Isn't that a weird national spirit for the Americans to have? Got Night Vision 1. We'll go for light cruisers, I guess. Military police are going to be done. Landing craft. Oh yeah, housing and rest. Yeah, there's no unrest. Sweet. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, the Japanese are going to surrender pretty soon. They're 61% towards capitulation. Nagoya, Hiroshima seem to be the last bastions of resistance. Anything in Ainu? Nope. Hiroshima, Nagoya. I know we've played this campaign a little fast. I would have liked to go a little slower. Fascist Sweden, our Fascist Sweden campaign went a lot slower, I feel. So I do apologize for that. Hiroshima and Nagoya have been taken. Okay, now there's just some smaller cities here. Japan's just about there, 80%. These should finish it up. 15 here, 10 there, 15 there. Come on, Americans, do it. I want you to do it. What if we can send them some equipment? Let's see. We got MPs 1. Probably unnecessary at this point, so we can go ahead and just cancel that. Armor, artillery, land doctrine, naval game. Heavy cruisers are cool. Heavy cruisers, battleships. Yeah, naval doctrine. I guess we'll go for some doctrine as well. Not much else to do, considering that Japan's about to be destroyed. I'm actually really kind of impressed that the United States is always able to do so well. I think it's just the AI for Japan. They're just not that smart. Let's see. I mean, considering that, you know, I guess nobody really realizes this, but honestly, Japan at the height of World War II, they owned these islands, and then, you know, all the way around here, half of China, all of this that you see here, all of it, Siam, Vietnam, all of this belonged to Japan. Australia was the only bastion that ever existed. You know, Australia was all that existed here, and Japan even was close to taking over some of this. They got as far as, I believe, New Guinea. You know, in the Solomon Islands, they were stopped at the Solomon Islands. Where are they? They're here. Yeah, they were stopped here. So the Japanese had planned to come out this far, you know, take out Hawaii, and then just kind of encircle Australia and then just destroy it. So I don't know if anybody realizes how much Japan accomplished within less than a century. You know, from the Meiji Restoration to World War II. It's incredible stuff, really. I love the history of Japan. It's awesome. I definitely do want to do a Hearts of Iron 4 Japan game. It's just that there's a lot of people doing it right now, so I was like, yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know. You know, maybe I'll wait until the hype has died down a little bit. We'll give it a try. I do want to practice and experiment with other nations. So, you know what does suck is that our war participation really isn't that high. Occupation and casualties. The Republicans of Spain have actually done a lot. Occupation for sure, bombing and casualties. They've taken the most. They've taken the brunt of the fighting, which is pretty interesting. I actually didn't expect so much. You know what we could also do is a revolutionary Iran. That would be pretty fun. I've done a campaign like that. It was pretty interesting. Alrighty, so we're waiting for, I think, Kanazawa and Niigata to fall, and then I think Japan will capitulate. To my knowledge. Yeah, to my knowledge. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead. Let's take a quick break here, and we'll come back to this and see if we can resolve this campaign before 1945. I'll be right back, guys. Thank you so much for watching.